Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss about Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Act 1985, Chapter 4, 5 and 6, that means NDPS 1985. In the last videos, we had a discussion regarding Chapter 1, 2, 3. Okay, Chapter 1 deals with some preliminary information, that means the definition. Chapter 2 deals with the authorities and officers, that means central and state government authorities and officers and their working. And Chapter 3 deals with the control of central government, their power, how they are regulating and what's the power they have and how they are doing and controlling the illicit trafficking and production, manufacture and everything related to this narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. And this chapter we are going to discuss about remaining things of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substance act 1985. First is chapter 4. Chapter 4 deals with offense and penalties, that means punishment. Okay, punishment for the contravention in relation to poppy straw, opium, poppy and opium. The punishment involves small quantity with rigorous imprisonment which may extend to 1 year, or with fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees or both. So if the punishment for small quantity means we will get a rigorous imprisonment which may extend to 1 year, or we will get also a fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees, or sometimes you get both punishment as well as the fine. Next thing is quantity lesser than commercial quantity but greater than small quantity will get imprisonment for 10 years and with fine which may extend to 1 lakh. So you will get imprisonment for 10 years and also a fine which may extend to 1 lakh if the quantity lesser than the commercial quantity but greater than the small quantity. Then contravention involves commercial quantity, that means if you are carrying more amount like commercial quantity, you will get a rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 10 years, so more than 10 years. Okay, minimum 10 years compulsory, so not be less than 10 years but which may extend to 20 years, and shall also be liable to fine which shall not be less than 1 lakh rupees but which may extend to 2 lakh rupees. So 10 years or more than 10 years imprisonment, at the same time lakhs of rupees fine, like minimum 1 lakh, sometimes it will exceed and extend to 2 lakh or more than 2 lakh also sometime. And next things we will see the punishment for embezzlement of opium and cannabis by cultivator. Okay, that we are going to see in the second section of this chapter. Any cultivator licensed to cultivate the opium poppy on account of the central government who embezzles, otherwise illegal disposes. Okay, so we are discussing about embezzlement. Embezzlement means illegal disposes of the opium produced, or any part thereof shall be punishable with rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 10 years. So minimum 10 years you will get, not less than 10 years, and but which may extend to 20 years also, and shall also be liable to fine which shall not be less than 1 lakh rupees but which may extend to 2 lakh rupees. So you will get punishment more than 10 years, at the same time fine also more than lakh rupees and sometimes to 2 lakh rupees. And that means any cultivator licensed to cultivate the opium poppy on account of the central government who embezzles or illegally disposes the opium, they have the right to cultivate, but if they are embezzles a thing, that means illegally disposes the opium, means they get punishment, that means rigorous punishment, rigorous imprisonment of 10 years, at the same time they get fine, that means 1 lakh to 2 lakh rupees, and punishment for the contravention in relation to cannabis plant, and cannabis means whoever in contravention of any provision of this act or any rule or order made or condition of the license grant thereunder. Next we will see punishment for contravention in relation to manufacture of drugs and preparations. Who are in contravention of provision of this act or any rule or order made or condition of license granted thereunder manufactures, possesses, sells, purchases, transfers, imports interstate, exports interstate, use any manufactured drug or any preparation containing any manufactured drug shall be punishable. And where the contravention involves small quantity with rigorous imprisonment for term which may extend to 1 year with fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees. The same thing only again. If we have any contravention involves small quantity with rigorous imprisonment for a term which may be extended to 1 year or with fine which may extend to 10,000, or someday you will get punishment of 1 year and 10,000 rupees fine. Where the contravention involves quantity lesser than commercial quantity but greater than small quantity with rigorous imprisonment for term which may extend to 10 years and fine which may extend to 1 lakh. The same thing only again we can see if you have contravention in relation to manufacture of drugs and preparation. Same way, if you manufacture and prepare the drug, means the same punishment you will get. For a small quantity you will get 1 year imprisonment with 10,000 rupees fine, or sometime both imprisonment plus fine. And if you are doing the contravention, that means quantity lesser than the commercial but greater than the small quantity of manufacturing and production, means definitely you will get a rigorous imprisonment for term which may extend to 10 years and with fine may extend to 1 lakh rupees. So you will get 10 years imprisonment again and 1 lakh rupees fine. And again for commercial quantity manufacture and production, means you will get an imprisonment of 10 years and sometimes extend to 20 years and you will get a fine of 1 lakh rupees, not less than 1 lakh rupees, and which may extend to 2 lakh rupees. Next, we will see punishment for contravention in relation to psychotropic substances. Okay, till now we have seen generally manufacture, production of this substances. Now, specifically we are seeing punishment for contravention in relation to psychotropic substances, only psychotropic substances. Contravention involves small quantity, means again the same things I am repeating here. Small quantity with vigorous imprisonment for a term which may extend to 1 year or fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees. Same punishment only, but in the act they are specifically mentioning the thing. So contravention involves small quantity with rigorous imprisonment for the term which may extend to 1 year or fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees or with both. Where the contravention involves quantity lesser than the commercial quantity but greater than the small quantity. That means in the middle of less quantity and higher quantity, means you will again get the punishment of 10 years as well as a fine of 1 lakh rupees. That is about the punishment for contravention in relation to psychotropic substances. Same way only, same like narcotic drugs, the same way only you will get punishment for psychotropic substances contravention. Punishment for external dealings in narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances in contravention of section. Okay, now we are seeing if you are doing external dealings like export, import, that kind of things if you are doing, means whoever engages in our control in any trade whereby narcotic drugs or psychotropic substances is obtained outside India. That means I have told you punishment for external dealing. So is obtained outside India and supplied to any person outside India without the previous authorization. That means without the valid authorization and recognition and certificates from the central government shall be punishable with rigorous imprisonment for not less than 10 years to 20 years. So for commercial quantity carrying production, how much punishment you will get? The same thing only you will get if you are doing some external dealing with this narcotic substances and psychotropic substances. That means you will get a punishment. That means imprisonment for not less than 10 years to 20 years and shall also be liable less than 1 lakh rupees to 2 lakh rupees fine, or something more than 2 lakh rupees fine also you have to pay if you are doing some external dealings in the case of narcotic drug and psychotropic substances in the contravention of section. Next is punishment for contravention of orders. Okay, in the case of ordering and in the case of order of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, the person shall be punishable with rigorous imprisonment for term by which extend to 10 years and shall be liable to fine which may extend to 1 lakh rupees, and any accounts or make any statement which is false willfully and knowingly will get a penalty is not prescribed elsewhere in this act, but definitely you will get punishment and imprisonment for 3 years or with with a fine or with both. So if you are doing some contravention of orders, means definitely you will get punishment of 10 years and a fine of 1 lakh rupees. And if you are doing some false papers, false certificates to transfer, to do the dealings related to this narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances knowingly, means definitely you will get a penalty, but it is not prescribed elsewhere in this act, but definitely he shall be punishable with imprisonment for 3 years or with a fine or with both imprisonment and fine. Next is punishment for consumption of any narcotic drugs or psychotropic substance. That also punishable. So production, manufacture, possession, dealings, and of course consumption of this narcotic and psychotropic substance, except this medicinal use and scientific use, is really a punishable offense. And whoever consumes any narcotic drugs or psychotropic substances shall be punishable, which may extend to 1 year, or with fine which may extend to 20,000 rupees or both. So if someone is consuming this narcotic drugs and psychotropic substance in illegal way, means definitely they will get punishment, and it will be extend to 10,000 to 20,000 rupees, and also will get a 1 year imprisonment. And where the narcotic drug or psychotropic substances consumed is other than those specified under the clauses, will get imprisonment to 6 months, or with fine which may extend to 10,000 rupees, or both fine and imprisonment you will get. So that is also punishable offense. Next is preparation. That means preparing these narcotic substance, drugs and psychotropic substances. If any person makes a preparation to do so, or omits to anything which constitute an offense and punishable, and maximum term of imprisonment with which he would have been punishable in the event of his having committed such offense, and also with fine from minimum to maximum. So they are not specifically mentioning the time of imprisonment as well as the amount of fine, but definitely if someone is doing preparation without the permission from the government, without authorization from the central government or state government, means definitely that is punishable offense. And in the act it is not mentioning where that how much is the amount, and that means the fine we have to pay, and how many years you have to be in the jail, but definitely that is a punishable offense, and definitely will get rigorous imprisonment as well as fine, or sometime both. Next is chapter 4. So chapter fourth one we have discussed. Now we are going to discuss about chapter 5. Chapter 5 deals with the procedure, that means power to issue warrant and authorization. A magistrate of the first class or any magistrate of the second class, specially empowered by the state government in this behalf, may issue a warrant for the arrest of any person whom he has the reason to believe to have committed any offense punishable under this act. Okay, so power to issue warrant and authorization. Who is have the power to issue warrant and authorization? Means a magistrate of the first class or any magistrate of the second class, specially empowered by the state government in this behalf under this act, may issue, or they can issue a warrant for the arrest of the person who is illegally using psychotropic substances and narcotic drugs, and that this is a punishable offense, and they definitely can provide the warrant, and they can definitely issue the warrant to take the person into the custody. Any officer from the Department of the Central Excise, Narcotic, Customs, Revenue Intelligence, or any other departments of central government is empowered in this behalf by general or special orders of the state government, has the right to entry, search, seizure, and arrest without warrant or authorization if they get information, and they have power of seize and arrest in public place also. And the convicted person can get imprisonment for 10 years or more than fine. Okay, so if someone, that means the central excise, narcotics, customs, revenue intelligence, or department from the central government or state government people, if they are getting any information regarding this illicit traffic, means definitely they can directly do the entry, research, and they can do the search, and they can do seize, and they can arrest the people without warrant and authorization, and definitely that particular person will get imprisonment for more than 10 years, and also they have to pay a fine also. Next is last chapter, that is chapter 6. Chapter 6 deals with miscellaneous things. Okay, protection of action taken in good faith. No suit, prosecution, or other illegal proceeding shall lie against the central government or a state government or any other person exercising any powers or discharges any functions or performing any duties under this act or anything in good faith done or intended to be done under this act or rule or order made thereunder. This is about chapter 6. That means miscellaneous things. Okay, general things. What are all the things we have to follow to control and combat the illicit trafficking, as well as to ensure the medicinal use and scientific use of these psychotropic substances and narcotic drugs. This is about Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substance Act 1985. Hope you understand. Thank you.